Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, October 3rd, 2021. How are you? Welcome. If you're new, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. That's lisahopp.com for all about my services, my upcoming events, some of which are held virtually, and all about why I do the work I do. I would appreciate it so much. And for those of you coming back week after week, thank you so much. Thank you for your feedback, your support. I am very grateful. I also want to say I am on Facebook as well under Spirit Teacher Lisa Hopp. So please check that out, and hopefully you'll want to also follow me there and like me there. I would appreciate it as well so much. At some point, I am going to increase Instagram, oh my goodness, my Instagram portfolio, profile. I will be doing that as well. Now, I don't know if your intuitive selves can hear this or not, but I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I have been traveling over the last couple of weeks, and I giggle about the listener who noted that last week my podcast on YouTube was not shared in the morning for Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. And it wasn't because I was on the road and unable to share it in a timely manner onto YouTube. And I do apologize for that. I honestly didn't think anyone would notice all that much. So I guess I'm grateful for someone who did. I hope it wasn't just because they were in a cranky mood. But anyway, I'm not on a full tank, and I've been trying to push through this for weeks. Working, traveling, doing tasks that I would expect of myself, and also not trying to let others down. And my experience, and also my experience with being around other people, has led me to this week's topic. And this week's topic for this podcast is, what price sticker do you put on yourself? So much of the time, we look to others to tell us our worth, to tell us how much we're valued at. What is the amount of our stock? Are you a price sticker that would be found at Dollar Tree or at a higher end store such as Tiffany's or Neiman Marcus? Where would you find yourself? I found myself this week, and perhaps last week as well, triggered by those in my energy field that were not understanding or considering my energy and their requests, what I needed. And now here's the thing. I was triggered, and I knew I had to go immediately to work on it because it was what was happening within me. And those on the outside were only reacting to the vibration that I was putting out. I want to be very clear that I am not talking about personal relationships. It is more about a need that came at me in my professional career that wasn't honoring my time, my energy. And perhaps they would say it was no fault of their own, and maybe it isn't. But I did have to step back and take a look at how I could best handle it and how I could put out the vibration of the honoring of time and energy and boundaries and respect. When you want respect on the outside, you must feel it for yourself on the inside. When you want love on the outside, you must feel love on the inside. You can't go outward and say, please love me, and then I'll love myself. It never works like that. That is why many of us get love, romantic love, the one we're wanting, when we least expect it and when it least matters to us. Because we're such in a good place of loving ourselves and being happy with our lives that we're not looking outward for validation and love and respect. We're feeling it within. And because we're feeling it within, it comes into us. Isn't that amazing? You cannot not have wealth unless you feel wealth inside. Now, last night, there was another Powerball drawing. Oh my goodness, over 600 million. And I believe no one won. The person who wins will be someone who is in a state of calm and abundance, and probably in some way will not expect to win. Will look at those tickets because someone tells them to, and look at them later than others who will be watching the broadcast of the numbers going out and hoping that they're saved from their job or their bills and such. When you are waiting for a win, or hoping for a win, or hoping for a raise, or waiting for a raise, or waiting for a break, you're coming from a state of lack. That is your vibration. And when you have a vibration of lack, it gets returned to you. So that is why the wealthier seem to keep getting wealthier. And I don't agree with it, but tend to be supported with policies and regulations that increase their wealth. Well, that's their vibration. I am in a state of wealth. And so everything and everyone around me will support me in my state of wealth. You can't criticize for that, honestly. But what you can do personally is feel wealth, abundance, and prosperity within. And then you will see it outward around you. It may come in trickles. It may come in a plop of a win. But it will come at you. Now, I always like to say this. I'm not saying that you should play the lottery or anything like that. I'm just saying if you do, you will never win if you come from a mindset of, I hope I win. I'd like to cover my bills. I don't have enough. You'll never win. You must feel and believe that you are a $600 millionaire first. And then you will win it. Every single lottery winner. And honestly, the videos are on YouTube. Has said they're going to win. Has felt they're going to win. Has believed they're going to win. Or believed that they would be helped in some way financially. They knew it would work out. And then the universe set up how it could possibly work out. And I want to be clear because I just heard a thought from one of you listening. It is not about who deserves it, who is good, and who is bad. You can be the best person in the world and be the poorest person in the world. It is about where you are with receiving. Are you in a receiving mode of wealth or not? Are you in a receiving mode of health or not? Of love or not? Respect, honor. I always see when I'm triggered, it's a test. It's an opportunity for me to expand myself, to grow. And so I'm thankful when it happens. It's very hard for me, by the way, as a spiritual worker, to say no to people. Or to set boundaries even. It's very hard. I want to be that type of person who's available 24 hours a day and for whatever emergency may come about. But I have to say, I have learned that it can't be that way. Because if you allow burnout, if you allow people to participate in your burnout, you're teaching them how to treat you, and they'll do it, whether they're good people or not. And there are many good people that participate in burning out another or taking too much from another and not realizing that that's what they're doing because they're taught. Because they're taught. You teach others how to treat you. I've had to step back and to say, this is what's going on. That I can't just suck it up all the time and plow through it. Now, I've been plowing through and giving more. And I have spoken up from time to time and said, this is how I'm feeling. I've actually come up with a way to describe it just in the last day. And I was thankful because I was struggling with, how do I describe how I'm feeling so that you might understand? Within. My tank's been drained. But I didn't know how to describe it fully so that anyone listening could completely understand. But now I have, and I'm very thankful for that. So now it's my job to step back and to say, I must now take care of myself, no matter what, and apply this to those around me, to my work life, to my personal life. I have to do it, and it's all right. I also have an issue, and perhaps many of you do as well, where I want to be a rock star. I want to be a superhero. I want to do more than how I'm feeling. I want to, I want to plow through it. I want to inspire. I want to be proud of myself. I'm learning that it's all right to say I can't today or I can't tomorrow. I'm learning. Now, she often listens to my podcast. I have a very best friend. And my very best friend, who's also named Lisa, because I have good taste in names and friends, she is one of those people who amazes me with her ability in what she gets done with her energy. She always goes far and beyond what could ever be asked of her. And I have to watch that I don't feel bad about myself because she is such a rock star. But I'm learning that it's all right to be human. And I hope she is also learning that it is all right to be human. It's all right for us to have a day where we say, I'm human today, and I need to rest. I need to say no. I need to put priorities differently than perhaps I have before. I need not to live regarding obligations. I used to feel obligated much more to attend things. But you know what I learned? And I bet you've learned this too, or you've had the opportunity to learn this. I've learned that whom I felt obligated towards, or what I felt obligated to do, they didn't feel the same about me. That was freedom when I found that out. It wasn't hurtful. It was like, oh, good. You didn't, so why am I? It's freeing. But that is often the case, by the way. What you feel obligated about is not always equal to what's really going on, whether it be an obligation of an event or a person. Would they do the same for you? Question. And so I've learned that. And so it's all right and appropriate for me to think about what I truly want to do, what I'm truly available or able to do. And it's all right sometimes to say, I don't have enough for that right now. Step back, and then you regenerate, then you restore, then you fill your tank. And when you fill your tank, you give more later. You make it up later. You get back on track again, and that's okay. So when I speak about what price sticker you have on yourself, are you one that feels you don't have choices, that you have to attend that or be there for them, or not take a mental health day from work when you really need it? Do you lower your sticker? Are you one that is brilliant and has so many gifts, but yet you don't want to acknowledge them? Are you lowering your sticker? Or do you think that maybe someone else won't want to, so you have to keep your sticker lower? The more you value yourself and your gifts and your abilities, the more that others will value them and honor them. It wasn't years upon years ago where I had a client that would not want to pay my session fee. She felt it was too much. And I would feel bad. I would feel like I would want to give her a break. I lowered my sticker price down to her. Then I discovered, almost accidentally, as if the universe was showing me, that she had gone to somebody else, a peer, and paid much more. And I thought, wow, what a lesson. She paid more because she thought she was getting more, whether she was or not. Now, she may have tried to do the same thing with that particular peer. And maybe something was worked out, I do not know. But still, my gut said that she went and paid more because she put more value on that session because it cost more. And so it wasn't what I was charging all along. Now, by the way, that particular client is a client today and came back after I raised my rates. Interesting. Came back after I raised my rates. It was always about value. It was always a sign, always a lesson for me. Value yourself. Don't let others devalue you. It starts with self. Will you try to do that today? In any way. Now, do it truthfully. Do it authentically. We all are in a spot sometimes where we don't want to do something, right? But sometimes we do have to show up, whether it be for a job or an event or a special occasion or whatever it may be. Pay a bill, whatever it is that we don't want to do. Yes, sometimes we do. What I'm talking about is when your tank isn't full, or you have a bad feeling about it, or you've been doing too much. Honoring your energy, your heart, your soul in an authentic and deeper way. That's what I'm talking about. It's a wonderful feeling at times when you're not really into perhaps doing something, but you know it'll make another person happy. Another thing that's different. I can tell when it doesn't matter energetically and when it does. And it's a great feeling and a happy feeling to be able to serve. So that is also a different situation. You were given a sixth sense. You were given a gut. You were given a soul. You were given a spirit. And you were also given a human body. It is worth learning to discern when you need to take care of your physical body and your emotional, mental, and spiritual self, and when you need to have fun and be there for others, and when it's so important to serve. There is generally no such thing as emergencies. But I imagine sometimes there are. Sometimes people get into moments where it's an emergency today, but it's fine tomorrow. Make sure how you get pulled in, or how much you get pulled in. Always be willing and able to step back and take care of yourself. And also, be willing to let go of relationships that don't serve you, no matter who they are, or to give yourself space in them, no matter who they are. That also increases the price on your sticker. I find that the less I am willing to put up with, the less I have to put up with. I try to have a no drama zone. I get annoyed when people send me invitations to it. Truthfully, I do not accept your invitation. I step back. I annoyed someone once because I didn't accept their invitation to drama. I stepped right back. And they tried to invite me again. I'm not doing it. And then they gave up. You are in control of your world. You create your tomorrow. Keep your bubble pure, happy, positive, and if need be, small. Protect yourself. You are precious. You are your own best friend. You are more than a best friend to yourself. Adding personalities there. You need to protect yourself because no matter who loves you, you can only truly count on yourself. Everybody else around you on this earth is a human being who, no matter what their intentions and how much of a rock star they are, is inevitably imperfect and may miss something. Yes, you have angels and spirit guides and departed loved ones and a God source and masters that are looking out for you from another plane. And they are dependable, unconditionally loving, and perfect. But we don't always feel and see them around us. We tend to go towards the humans. And we have to know that humans are going to mess up. No matter how hard they try, they're going to mess up. And so inevitably we have to count on ourselves. And it does not measure how lovable you are by who's around you and how they treat you. It's never a measure because they're human. They only come from what they know, from what they've experienced, from how they were treated. And so if there are people around you that were not taught how to love, in no way can they love you in the way you deserve. It has to come down to self. But when they see that you are loving yourself immeasurably, that you are honoring yourself, that you are being tough with your boundaries, that teaches them how to come on board to treat you. And you'll see change around you as much as you possibly can. It will get better. It may mean that people evolve around you a little bit or a lot of it. It may mean they stay or they go, but your environment will change. And the sticker ever increases. So today my sticker is very high. Some may look at it and think, can I afford that sticker? But you know what they'll do? They'll save up and they'll afford that sticker. Yes, they will. And they will put more value on my sticker than they did when I was rock bottom pricing. We tend to value more that which is a higher price than a lower price, don't we? Not to say some of you don't love going to the dollar store or lower price stores or going anywhere for a great bargain. That can be a love. But that's not what I'm talking about. Though you might love a great bargain, you know you really don't want to be on that flea market table looking for a good home. Honor yourself, value yourself, pride yourself. Wake up every day. What do I want today? If you don't want to go out to your vocation, to your job, then you know it's time to find one that you do want to go to. Or maybe you just need a day of rest. If you don't want to spend time with those people in your life, then it's time to change those people. But remember, first it starts with self. Change yourself within, and the people around you will change. But still, it's about honor, 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 honor. And that ultimate sticker price. And being in the complete understanding that no one else can set your sticker price but you. No one else can say to you, you are worth $100 million. I'm going to put that sticker on you. You can wait and wait and wait and wait. But if you feel that you are only worth $1, then that's all anyone else is going to think you're worth as well. Raise your rates, raise your sticker, and then watch your life turn towards the better. Opportunities will come, breaks will come, increases will come. It all starts there. If you believe that you will have wealth, you will have it. If you believe that that is your birthright, it is yours. It's the same with anything. You can never, with all caps, never go outward for what you are wanting for your happiness. You have to stock your shelves within. And then you will see that you are in the abundant flow. And what you're feeling within will be returned to you multiplied. It's energy. It's proven. It's fact. It's science. Even in small ways today and this week and the rest of your life, do for you, value you, praise you, go outside your comfort zone if you need to. Dare to speak like a winner. Dare to speak like you're prosperous, that you're healthy, that everyone loves you. If you speak like that, you will feel like that and you will believe like that, and then nothing and no one will question it. It'll just come right on around. But you have to be ready to receive it, to keep it, to grow it. You see, that's why lottery winners sometimes, and it's not an ultimate truth, it doesn't happen to all of them, but many times they will hit and then they go bankrupt. They spend it all. Why? Because they believed they would win, but they didn't take care of fully the receiving. They felt bad perhaps for winning, so they gave it away to family. They didn't feel comfortable with having a lot because they didn't know, they weren't familiar with that feeling, so they spent it all. If they had stayed within in an abundant, wealthy way, feeling abundant, feeling good, saying no to some people about it, saving too, they would have kept going with their wins. So there are multiple lottery winners, by the way, people who win over and over and over again in some way, because they stay in that belief and those emotions and those thoughts of wealth. That's the key. Just because you win doesn't mean you've got it fixed forever. It just means that you lined up with it. And it lined up with you. Walk around like you are a billionaire of whatever you want the most. Love, health, wealth. It'll be a light feeling, floaty, peaceful, content, free. You'll feel free, released. If you achieve that, watch. Just watch. Sure, you might change some friends. You might change some other relationships, but all for the better. All for the better. Well, I'm going to run because I have to go rest. But I appreciate you all for listening. your support. I said not too long ago that I was thinking perhaps of having a guest on my podcast, and the immediate reaction was no. And I have to say that I do like being able to talk with you and not having to be on camera too. That got a giggle out of someone close to me today. Like, you just show up and talk. And I'm like, yes, that's why I like it. But now I have to be off. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share. My YouTube followers are ever increasing ever so subtly. I'm watching it and I'm very grateful. Let's get up to 1,000 or 10,000 or 20,000. Why not? Also, be sure to check out my website at lisahop.com. Why I spell it, by the way, is because it's often misspelled. People either add an S or make it a B. So I usually say, like rabbits. But I that's why. That is why. And so on Facebook also, and I also have a newsletter. Subscribe to that on the homepage of the website for everything that's upcoming with my events, with anything about my office here on the East Coast of America. And I hope that all of you have a very blessed day and a blessed week and a blessed lifetime. And once again, I'm thankful for all of you. God bless and all the best. Many blessings. Thank you.